everyone, it's Carmen Jessup, your friendly neighborhood librarian. I've been a librarian for over 14 years now, but way back in the day, I had my first job ever, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about it in our first ever Career Corner. I want to talk to you a little bit about my first job, things that I've learned, and things that I was able to take from that first experience and that I've used over the years, and it's impacted my work today as a librarian. So let's get started. My first job, the first position that I ever had, was as a grocery store bagger. I was 14 years old, back in Florida, and I worked for public supermarkets. If you ever have a chance to go down south, they're hugely popular. And because I was 14, I could only work a few hours a shift. I think the latest I could only work maybe 3 hours a shift. And let me tell you, you learn a lot about people when you are what separates them from their food. I learned a lot about handling food, budgeting. I learned a great deal about dealing with the public, which is something that I've had to experience in every single job that I've had since then. So you learn a lot about different personalities, how to talk to people I saw people from all walks of life, people that were very poor, people that were rich, people that had large families, young people, old people. So it gave me a great experience in learning how to talk to different people, how to talk out various situations. Particularly, people that are disgruntled, that might be upset about things being too expensive, and of course, handling their cold stuff and their hot stuff and keeping those separated and all of that. I was making $3.35 was the minimum wage at that time. In today's dollars and cents, that would be about $7.46. So not a lot of money. When you're in your first job, you're really looking to basically just to make money, and to get that experience that in every job since then, they're always asking for, do you have experience? You need 2 years of experience, 5 years of experience. So that first job is really just, sort of stepping foot into the workforce, getting some experience under your belt, and also, collecting a paycheck, of course. My first job also taught me the importance of saving money. I was very happy to make my own money, which I was able to put towards car expenses, gas, and those are things that you may want to consider too as you start working, that it's important. While it's important and it's fun to have that money in your pocket, money to burn, you also want to think about the future and think about, some things that you'll want to save up for, a lot of which will be a car. Maybe you'll have to pitch in for your college experience or your post-high school experience, or maybe you'll be saving up to move out of your parents' homes. So those are some things that you want to think about as you start making money. Another unfortunate experience that I saw firsthand when I was working my first job was the situation of shoplifting. And first of all, of course, shoplifting is a crime, but it's hugely embarrassing to see people handcuffed and escorted out by police. And if you think that because you're young that won't happen to you, I'm here to tell you as a cautionary tale, please. It's real. It can happen. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. You will get arrested if you take something that doesn't belong to you from a store. So if you think it's a sort of rite of passage or, just cool thing to do with your friends, I'm here to tell you it's not a good look on you, and don't do it. Last word on shoplifting, and I won't, be too preachy, but whenever stores experience shoplifting, they ultimately have to raise the costs of goods and services as a result to compensate for the money that they lost due to shoplifting. So it ends up coming back on not only yourself but also to other people when you have to pay more at the store. One final takeaway from my first job that has very much influenced myself as a consumer is the fact that when you're making your own money and you work hard for it and you're sweating for it and you're hustling for it, like all of us are going to be doing, and you will be doing, especially in your first job, think about be mindful of how you spend your money, not just from a budgetary standpoint, but by supporting companies that have really good customer service. Do the cashiers or the service people treat their customers well? Do the values that the stores or the retailers or the organizations that you support with your dollars, your hard-earned dollars, do they match up with your own values and things that you're really willing to support? Do they treat their employees well? All of those things are hugely important. We work really hard. You're going to spend a lot of time, many years in the future working. We spend a lot of time working. So you want to think consciously about what you'll be doing with those dollars that you earn and giving them back, to those organizations that you feel best about supporting. That is a wrap for this Career Corner, and I invite you to ask your parents, older relatives, ask them about their first jobs. What are some things that they learned on the job that they can pass on to you, maybe some words of wisdom as you enter the workforce? I'm really interested in hearing from you. Is there a particular career that you're interested in learning more about? If so, please email me at eco.teens@hclibrary.org. That's eco.teens@hclibrary.org. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope that you all are happy, healthy, and safe, and that you have the things that you need to get you through these days. Just take it one day at a time, and I look forward to seeing you soon. In the meantime, you take very good care.